Goat Toadz. That's pretty fun. Not a big one, but they just annihilate that goat toadz coming through there. Something about those legs, I absolutely love. I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the new Goat Toadz by Z-Man. The Goat Toadz is a pretty simple bait design, I say, but it's super effective. The way the fishing gets actually pretty simple too. You know, it's a toad style bait, so we're seeing the body is just a solid piece of plastic, hook slot in here to make hookups better. Your hook's gonna be able to push further up, 2 kicking legs on the back. And you know, that just comes through the water gurgling the whole time. It's something that moves through the water, and those fish have to chase it down. They're in the shallow water, or else they're suspended up and they want to chase the bait down. So it's made of Elaztech, which is a really durable but buoyant plastic. So this will float a 5/0 hook. Really unique about this bait that you can stop it and you can twitch it. You can work it like a hollow body frog. It doesn't walk especially well, but you can twitch it and it's just spray water with those legs right there that stay on top all the time. There's another frog that is a toad style frog you really can't do that with. The Goat Toadz, of course, has some eyes and some other features to it. Really, I think the most important is those legs and the buoyancy to it. Again, a simple design, a simple way of fishing, but super, super effective bait. Now let's head out of the water and I'll show you how to fish it. The Goat Toadz is really a warm water technique and around cover for the most part. You know, it's a bait you can reel back in. That's really the primary use for it, is reeling across the top. I see the legs kicking. It's making that gurgling sound coming through there. Those fish have that response of not wanting something to get away, so they chase it down. The biggest thing with fishing this is throwing it around cover. For the most part, you're gonna want to throw it around reeds, pads, rice, you know, whatever you're around, that kind of cover those fish get up and they suspend next to. That's really either when they're really shallow or they lift up and suspend next to it. That's really when this style bait shines. And you know, every day is different. You need to play with your retrieve a little bit, but a lot of times it's just a steady retrieve, but to them it's not really that steady because it's going by cover, bouncing off of stuff, and you know, they're just gonna go track it down and get it before it gets away. It gets those fish to react to it. Again, really a warm water technique, not something you're gonna use in really cold water. Fish are lethargic, but a lot of times this style bait can really work when it's slick and sunny, as good or better than it works when you'd expect to catch them on other top waters, like a walking bait or whatever it may be. When it's overcast, that slick and sunny gets those fish looking up towards the top. That's really when they want to track it down and bite it. And it's a lot of fun, explosive bites. A lot of times you'll see a wake coming after it, or they come all the way out of the water trying to get it. It's a fun bait to throw. Time. Oh, come on out of there. Jesus, from one reed to another. Get off of there. Oh, we got him. Oh, and that's the beauty of the Goat Toadz right there. That fish, we were reeling it in. I throw back in there the next time, and I slowly twitched it. I keep it on top, popping it on top, and he came back and got it. You know, those fish, a lot of times don't react the same after they run it down once. You can throw that back in there and work it like you could a hollow body frog and still get those bites. Pretty little fish on the Goat Toadz. I'm ready to get another one. You know, throwing this Goat Toadz braid is really a big benefit in most all scenarios. These reeds, I wouldn't be scared to throw it on some heavy fluorocarbon just because the reeds bend over. When you get these fish on it, it cuts into the reed. It makes like a V in the reed. Oh no, that one escaped me. And anyhow, they, you know, as far as the rod and reel goes, I don't really like a super long, like a big frog rod. 7 to 7 foot, you know, somewhere in there. In a medium heavy or a heavy action is really all you need. The braid is going to do so much of it for you with a lack of stretch. Now, if I was going to throw fluorocarbon, I probably want a little stiffer rod, but one of the most important things is having a fairly fast reel, because you want to catch up to these fish. They're running that bait down really fast and they can get ahead of you. and you don't want them to turn the corner where you're having to drag them out of more stuff. So this is a 7-2-to-1 reel, but I wouldn't be afraid to even go faster. You know how fast your bait's moving. You don't really have to worry about overworking it because it's on top. It's so visual. So, you know, that fast reel, it is really important with this style bait. And, you know, that's the basic gear for it. You can get away with a lot of things. This is a 5/0 hook. You know, having a hook with some sort of keeper on it is really important with this Elaztech. This is a EWG style hook, but it's got a keeper up on top of it, so it holds with that Elaztech a lot better than just a regular EWG hook would. I like a 5/0 personally in the bait like that there. It fits it pretty nice, and the bait still will float that hook. So that is most of the setup that I use, and it's a fun way to fish. Oh, there he is. Oh, stay on there, fish. Got him. Not a giant, but that is, oh, he's stuck. Got a lot of grass and a bass on the Goat Toadz. That right there was fun. If you guys like this video, make sure to share with a friend, because we're gonna call it quits, I think. We've caught a bunch of fish on the Goat Toadz today, and all this gear is available at Tackle Warehouse. If you guys are looking for any of it, have a fun way to catch some fish with that Goat Toadz.